Well guys, yesterday, well I guess not yesterday, today's Sunday, but Friday night was the Schomberg Demolition Derby. This is the same car I ran in Beaton and Aaron. It didn't really have a whole lot left in it, but I figured, you know what, I don't really have time to build a new car with the trip to the Yukon coming up and my trip to Mini Meltdown coming up and Caledon coming up, so there's so much stuff coming up that I didn't really think that I could have time to build a extra car for this. So I took this hunk of junk, we pulled it out, Eddie and I, we fixed it up a little bit, we did a little bit of work to it. You guys see me fix all the trailing arms in the back end, which are now garbage again. And we seen that caravan bumper that we put on backwards. We seen all the trailing arm fixes with these little bends that we did here to try to get them to still work as actual trailing arms. You guys seen all the things that we ended up doing to this. But guess what, guys? We took home the victory in this. So the heat was actually pretty good. It was kind of difficult because there was some good friends out there in the heat. But we made it to the finals. We got some door shots, but guys, door shots are gonna happen. There was actually a rear driver door that happened that took a guy to the hospital and almost made it I think it was a 45-50 minute intermission during the mini finals, which kind of put a damper on things because you didn't know if he was hurt or not, but it's the name of the game. But afterwards we were able to keep going and do good. Back of this car, I didn't really want to use this as much as I did, but I guess what, guys, I used it and there ain't a whole lot left of it. Pretty much it's almost into the gas tank, but that's okay. I don't really plan on using this car anymore, but we might. Schomberg, I really enjoy Schomberg. It's one of the very first derbies of the year. I spent 7 years to win my first place prize at Schomberg, and when I did, I was ecstatic. And that was actually I think it was more than 7 years. I think it took me 10, maybe 11 years for me to win my first place trophy in Schomberg, and now this is my second first place I've won there. So that's 2 in a row, but after a 10-year drought. So Eddie's here. Eddie got second place at Schomberg. How you feel today, Eddie?
Sore as hell, guys.
So, you know, let me break this down for you. So there was all the problems going on with the fights and everything, and I said to Eddie, Eddie, you see that car over there? And he goes, yeah, that's my Corolla. I said, do you like that car? What'd you say?
Yep, I love the car.
I said, well, it's about to get
effed up.
It's about to get destroyed, Eddie, so you can make 2 choices. You can try to maybe take third, or you can fight it out for me to try to get second or first. And what did you do, Eddie?
Second.
He fought right to the end, and that's the way the derby should end. We went motor to motor
5 times.
5 times, and that was the way to end the derby. And I'm going to show you guys what it did to the front of this car. Don't mind this. This car, Eddie just got it off me today, and I'm
just getting it ready for
derby. So let's get back to this car. So the repeated motor-to-motor shots on this car did do quite a bit of damage. So after the heat, the upper core support was touching my loop lines. Did not like that. My lower core support was touching my tranny cooler lines. Did not like that. So we cut out the upper and we cut out the lower. But unfortunately, somebody got their bumper in here and busted this. So this fitting's broken and I have no ATF left in this thing. So we cannot really drive it. If Eddie had started driving in circles a lot more, he would have kind of won, but we tricked him into motor-to-motor shots. That's the way men should end derbies, motor-to-motor, right?
Actually, no. The word of advice Zach gave me, use your back until the back gets effed. Turned around, Zach did 1 shot, all the pillars boy man, and it was in my tank. Flipped it around, then went motor to motor.
That's what I told him.
And refired 4 times, and the last time couldn't fire up and waving the stick at Zach because he couldn't see me.
What year was that Corolla?
93. Yeah, 93.
Did it want to die?
No, it kept firing up. Smacking in neutral, turned the key, fired back up. Tim did a couple more head on, and I think the last shot you did killed it.
Honestly, man, Toyotas don't die. They just get stuck.
Unless you don't move the wiring like I did.
Yeah. So what happened here is we have 2 repair plates already on this frame, but now it's buckled between the 2 repair plates. So we can't put any more repair plates here because if we put one, they're going to be touching and we're not allowed that. But if you take a look, the whole side of the car is given out all the way back to firewall, and it's actually probably starting to go back there. So this car here is pretty damn hurt here on driver's side. Passenger side, it's hurt, but not nearly as bad as driver's side. What I find funny is somebody ripped a giant hole right through my bumper. But yeah, this is the way I went into the finals, with the whole front of it cut off. There was that 45-minute intermission when Buddy got hurt and we had to wait for an ambulance. I should have went and got water and refilled this thing up, but I don't think the officials would have liked that very much at all. It started running a little rough in the end of it. I'm not really sure what happened, but I'm thinking maybe the map sensor or something came off. I'm gonna have to get this hood open to take a look. Had a lot of buddies there, and it's always a hard derby when you have a lot of buddies there because you don't really know who to hit and who not to hit. But it came along pretty good. I had a fun time. It was a good derby. Schomberg there, the tech officials, they give out extra chili mousses as actually prizes. How many chili mousses did you get? A thermos and a cooler, right?
I got a cup.
Cup?
A cup, a thermos 1 year, a cooler from last year, and the cooler from this year.
So like,
and a hat too from last year too. They gave out hats.
Chili Moose helped sponsor this. If you guys don't know what a Chili Moose is, it's like a Canadian version of a Yeti. I like them actually more because they're made in Canada, and that's just me. But no, I always really do enjoy going to Schomberg. This car is seriously hurt. It does not want to run very nicely. Frame rails are crunched in. It does not drive straight. I think the steering rack might be broken out of it because it kind of does whatever the heck it wants when it wants to drive forward. You try turning and it doesn't do anything, and then all of a sudden it throws you a foot one way. I don't know. And the rear end, all these tires, I never lost a single tire, which was pretty damn awesome. But everything's into the body, guys. There's nothing left of this car. But, oh well. But door shots do happen, guys. Eddie, did you get door shotted?
3 times, once in the heat, 2 times in the feature.
How many times did you door shot me in the feature?
Maybe once if I didn't see it.
It happens, guys. You can't get upset unless you get hurt.
You deliberately do it.
If you get hurt, show the officials you're hurt and they'll deal with it. But me, I just keep giving them thumbs up. I did have a GoPro in this. It's still in there, haven't taken it out. I do not know if I've pressed record for the finals after the intermission or not. I really wish I did, but we'll have to see. But no, that was an amazing run here. Great group of friends to run with. I got to see a lot of people I haven't seen this year in the Derby community, and it's always fun to see them around. So it was nice getting back in the derbies. And Schomberg's always a nice run getting ready for the season, pretty much. It's like a nice small county fair before the derbies actually start, so you get a good run in before the actual derby season starts, because it's May. Yes, there's some in June, but it's nice to get an early run in at a fair to get back in the groove. You know, we do the winter ones, but the winter ones are like completely different. You have to drive different, you have to dress different. Like here, we were back in our derby attire. There was no snowsuits, there was no gloves, there was no freezing. We don't have to worry about our radiators freezing. So I like these early spring ones because it gets you back in the feeling of the car, and it gets you back into, you know, like getting the go of things going. So it's always nice to do that. It's not a workbench, Eddie.
Yes, it is.
But yep, so thanks for watching, guys. We're just gonna push this one back into storage here. I was kind of hoping to scrap it, but unfortunately we're not gonna scrap it because it's still
Collinwood show car.
Yeah, technically. Hey, like, do you think I should bring it back to Beaton?
If you do it, I'll pay your entry.
Well, it sounds like this thing's going to Beaton. So what we're going to do is we're going to throw 9 more repair plates on it, some strut blocks, put a new engine into it, cut the back of the car off, put a wagon half on the back of it, because Eddie says he's going to pay our entry. You guys heard it here. He's going to eat his words. You watch this.
No. If he brings it back in the same shape, fixes the busted fitting up the tranny, put some fluid in it, and maybe fix the trailing arms and the steering, I'll pay his entry. No more repair plates because you're only allowed 4. Now you see 4 on there.
Can you show me in the rules how many repair plates I'm allowed?
4.
Where's the rules say that?
Don't give me a minute to pull the rules up.
Oh, I'm just giving him a hard time. But yeah, we are going to probably get this thing going again here. Probably in a couple months, because, you know, we're taking a little bit of a summer vacation this year in that school bus. So, well, guys, It was nice seeing you guys again. Thanks for watching. Make sure that you guys like and subscribe. I can't make these videos unless I get all this likes and subscribes because I don't like begging for these things. But honestly, guys, YouTube's always been hard to get the subscribers, and I think only like 20% of you guys are subscribed. And I'm going to stop filming this so then I can start filming Eddie with this Buick LeSabre. We've never actually had one this old before. So, let's get going.
I'm not trying to be in your way.